So if you don't know who Rock Lee is, he's an anime character found in Naruto that's training Rebel's bosses. Even though he's a face built like an owl and the average fashion sense of a 12-year-old, this training principle that he implements takes him beyond the human limits. He's kind of like David Goggins without the hair loss.
They don't know me, son!
So unlike everybody in Naruto, Rock Lee didn't have much of a genjutsu or ninjutsu ability. I mean, Naruto's ninjutsu natural talent had a better chance of competing than Rock Lee's. But because of this, he solely focused on taijutsu to help level his ability up to everyone else's. In order to get stronger with this style of training, his body had become harder than David Goggins' left big toe. So in order for Rock Lee to get stronger, he had to follow this simple rule. So in episode 68, Guy Sensei teaches Rock Lee about his self-rule after getting beat by Kakashi Sensei more times than Naruto simping over Sakura. This self-rule is basically just putting themselves under crazy amounts of punishment so that you take whatever obstacle you're facing seriously. So even if you fail, you'll get better because you use the punishment to become a stronger version of yourself. So the reason that this principle is so powerful is because when you mentally tell yourself, I'll do 1,000 jump ropes if I don't complete X, and you do it, and it instills in your mind that you're going to say what you're going to do. This can make training easier because you'll be more consistent with it, and you'll obviously be stronger because of the training that you're doing. It's kind of like that thing girls do nowadays where they'll manifest their dreams. They'll every single day they might write down what they want to do and how they'll complete their goals, and then they go out and they do it. It's similar to that. The self-rule is very similar to the psychology principle called commitment bias. Commitment bias is when you do something based on what you said or done in the past, even if it's not necessarily what you want to do or might not be the most positive thing for you to do. Learning this principle from a man that looks a lot like his father but decided to go get the milk but surprisingly come back has helped Rock Lee excel in his training. But deadass, so why does Guy Sensei look like Rock Lee? They're like the Batman and Robin duo, but like the OG one, not the one where the Joker beats down on Robin and uses him as a punching bag with that crowbar and he mentally goes insane and eventually tries to get revenge on Batman. But the one where he finds out that he has a long-lost kid. I guess bro just decided to come back with the milk. So even though in episode 48, when he lost to Gaara in the training exams, without the immense amount of training that he was going through, he probably would have had it worse than Jeffrey Dahmer's victim. All right, so now there's a few reasons why you can't take these principles too seriously. Okay, one of them being is you got to be as dumb as a box of rocks. In this case, Rock Lee's rocks, to commit yourself to this amount of intense training. Second is because you're not an anime character. You can't do 1,000 reps a day of high intensity training every single day and expect results out of that. Okay, you'll regress rather than progress. Resting can actually be a lot more beneficial than you guys think. So I have a little story time for you guys. So back when I was first learning my muscle ups, back when I was a wee teen, I was using the bands, the resistance bands, to do my muscle ups, and so I decided to go to the gym. And the gym's bars were a bit harder than when I was expecting to do them on. So after I got done doing my muscle ups, I ended up trying to get the band off of my foot, right? And then bam, hits me right in the eye. I start bleeding everywhere. I wound up having to call my mommy to come get me. And it was around 5-6 a.m. So I wasn't able to go to the eye doctor in order to get it checked out. So what I did was I went home, and as a grinder myself, I had to still get that workout in. I got that workout in, and then I went to the eye doctor. Now, my doctor told me that I had damage, and I think this was in my left eye. So, he told me that I had to be in bed rest for the next 10 days. Now, bed rest isn't really in my vocabulary, so I started asking all these questions. Can I exercise? Can I do this? Can I do that? So he gave me this look like when you're taking a math test and your math teacher looks over at your paper and she gives you this look like she knows you're about to fail. Yeah, so he basically said no, and I was in bed rest for the next 10 days. Now, of course, because I'm trying to be an anime protagonist myself, I had to get a few workouts in here and there. But I noticed because of all the rest that I was doing, I was literally just sitting in bed, watching animal documentaries all day, that my performance really increased. My body felt a lot more smoother doing exercises like jump squats and push-ups and stuff like that. So the moral of the story is to be strong as hell so you don't have to use bands. I'm just joshing, buddy. Look, when you need rest, just take it, because the thing is if you're not rested up, you can regress your training rather than progressing your training. It's not a race, and if it was a race, the only person you're racing against is yourself. All right, so this self-rule could be applied to more than just training. You can apply this to work, school, all those other areas. Now, the only con to using the self-rule is viewing exercise as a punishment. Because, when you tell yourself, hey, if I don't do this, I'm going to have to do 100 push-ups. Now the 100 push-ups, is viewed as, oh, no, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Because it hurts, it's painful. So that's honestly the only con that I could see out of this. Whatever you do, don't you gains.